everyone, it's Laura, and I hope you're all doing well. So today I thought I would do another dietitian Q&A. I've gotten quite a few questions, so I thought I would answer them here. I'm also at the end going to announce the winners of the Pacific Foods giveaway, and so if you entered to win that, then stay tuned till the end. During undergrad, did you find nutrition classes harder or easier than classes like chemistry, organic chem, anatomy and physiology, etc.? So I actually found the nutrition classes easier, and it's because it's something I was interested in versus the basic classes, like the basic science classes. Not saying that I didn't enjoy them, I did, but nutrition was my passion and what I was really interested in. So by default, I remembered things that the professors would say in class, and I wanted to study. I found studying enjoyable. I had a group of girls that we'd get together and study together. And so I just found the whole experience more enjoyable. So by default, yes, they were easier for me. Do you need to complete your internship in order to get a diploma? You do not. So you complete your undergrad, you receive your diploma in whatever it is. Mine was food science or something. I don't even know. I think it was food science and nutrition or something. And then you go on to complete your internship. If I complete my undergrad in nutrition, however, do not get into an internship and or become a dietitian, are there jobs available for me? So there are some jobs available just with your basic nutrition undergrad and not becoming a dietitian. However, those are, whoa, Mona, whoa. Ramona. Sorry for that interruption. That's life, right? But there are some jobs available if you just have your undergrad in nutrition. A lot of those are more of your diet technician roles. Some diet tech jobs require that you have your DTR or your diet tech registration, but others don't. So like the jobs that I've worked at, you didn't have to have your DTR in order to work as a diet tech. But I know that there are some places that are a bit strict on that. Other jobs are WIC, so like public health, some of those jobs don't require you to be a dietitian. And I know that there are some people who complete their undergrad in nutrition and then go on to a different type of medical profession. So they may become a doctor, or they may become a physician assistant or something like that. Not so confident in math. I'm accurate but slow. So in terms of your clinical rotations and your experience in research, what kind of math-oriented work do you do? So we use math a lot in our profession. However, it's nothing too crazy complicated in my opinion at all. A lot of the math that we use is calculating calories, protein, fat, fluids, and then also things like tube feeds and parenteral nutrition. And so I know that there are some rotations who don't touch a whole lot on critical care and nutrition support and things like that, but mine did. Mine was heavily focused on that. With that being said, even I know tube feeds, for someone who hasn't studied it or doesn't know a lot about it, it sounds complicated, and there are parts of it that definitely are. But in regards to the math portion of it, once you've learned it and you've gotten it down, it just becomes second nature to you. The only time that I could see it being a problem is when you have a job and you have a certain amount of patients to see in a certain amount of time. With that being said, like I said though, once you're in your groove and you have it down, then it goes a lot quicker. In comparison to nurses, do you feel that your math related work is less stressful? We don't have to think on our toes as much as nurses do. So like whenever I'm calculating something, I have time to actually calculate it out and to think. And even if a doctor or a nurse asks me something, and if I don't know the answer or I'm not really sure about my recommendations yet, I'll say, hey, give me a minute, let me think it out, and I'll get back to you. So it's not as like immediate that you have to do things, I guess, to a certain extent. So yeah, I guess so. I would love to learn more about other health practitioners you work with and the dynamics of that. For example, your experience with doctors, nurse practitioners, etc. So I love the multidisciplinary team and working with other disciplines. Everyone has their strengths, and I love how we can all come together and formulate a plan that's best for the patient or the client. And I think it provides the best care possible. And in all my jobs, I've worked with literally all the disciplines. I've always felt that my opinion on nutrition is respected. Same with, at the same time, I respect the other disciplines and their knowledge of their specific field. And so I love it, and I think it's amazing. And yeah, I know that there are some people that have had totally different experiences, but I think it's also what you make of it. So like, if you want to make connections with those people and build rapport, and you go about it in a kind and gentle way, then it's very easy to connect with people and to have a strong, close relationship with them. But if you're someone who you're not really friendly, you don't really talk to people, then that's the way that other people are going to interact with you. So it is what you make of it. And I strongly encourage you, if you're a dietitian or you're working in healthcare, or even if you're not, even if you're just a human being, just smiling at people, saying, hey, how's it going? And just like being real, don't be fake, and people will connect with you. What would you suggest to someone who doesn't really know what they want to do for a living? I've thought of becoming a dietitian for some time now, but I'm thinking it may not really be for me. I just honestly don't know what I should do for a living. So this is a very excellent question, because I think, and I've mentioned this before, but I think one of the downsides of our education system is you're pretty much forced to decide at a super young age 18 for most people, what you're going to do for the rest of your life. I think it's totally normal this person is 20 years old. I think it's super normal to not know what you want to do or to have no idea. And I strongly encourage you to just be open with where life takes you, because it sounds like you've mostly just taken intro classes and basic classes in college. But I encourage you to be open to where life takes you and to look into every opportunity, because someone may say something that piques your interest, and just going to shadow that person for an hour, 30 minutes even, just shadow them for a little bit just to get a taste of what it is that they do. Maybe even just choosing semi-random things. So maybe shadow someone who's in marketing, shadow someone who's in healthcare, shadow someone who is in teaching or in the education system. Choosing different types of avenues that you potentially could take, and taking the opportunity to actually learn what those people do on a day-to-day basis. I'm about to begin my educational journey to become a registered dietitian. I appreciate any and all advice, especially on what jobs or duties that I could get involved in while schooling. So you always hear extracurricular activities look great on a resume, get involved, and things like that. And I agree that stuff is extremely important. However, in my opinion, that should not be your main focus. So I did volunteer. I was very involved. I volunteered at a nursing home and did we called it Cooking with Laura. And I think I did it like once a month for a semester. I shadowed a dietitian for, I think, like 20 hours. I was in SDA, Student Dietetic Association. I was in a sorority. I was in an eating disorder awareness group. I was in a hunger awareness group as well. So I did do a lot of social things, and I had a lot of fun in college. However, in my opinion, when applying to internships, the main things that they look at are grades and GRE. And so if your extracurricular activities are getting in the way of you making good grades, then maybe potentially cutting back on those. But if I were you, my main focus would be my grades and making sure that I had a really good GPA. With that being said, then anything related to nutrition and socializing, the internships want to know that you can talk to people and that you're able to interact with people, because that's such a huge part of our career, is socializing and interacting. So I hope this video helped y'all out. If y'all have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them below. I'm constantly collecting questions for these dietitian Q&As. So if anything piques your interest or you're curious about anything, leave it below and I'll include it in the next Q&A. Also, the winner of the Pacific Foods giveaway is vegan LDR Rove 3. So I will be in contact with you in regards to getting your information to Pacific Foods. Congratulations. Thanks to everyone who entered. And I will actually be doing another giveaway soon. I think it's fun to do these because when I get products, it's very easy to be like, can we do a giveaway as well? Just because, like, why not? I like giving away free, healthy food. You know, why not? So anywho, I hope y'all are doing well and I'll see you soon. Bye.